कभी मत सोचेगा कि सर खाली बिहार के करते हैं। इन द वेरी लाइक आज का जो दिन है हम सब लोगों के लिए एक बोलते हैं हृदय में आपको बड़ा दर्द होता है, वो दर्द को बयां भी नहीं, क्योंकि हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी चाहे कहीं जाए ना जाए साल में एक बार अमेरिका जरूर आते हैं, तो उसके माध्यम से आएंगे ही आएंगे। इसी के साथ उनके और तरक्की हो, उनके पूरे परिवार को बहुत सी सफलताएं मिले। जय हिंद, जय भारत। थैंक
an everlasting mark, and while we extend our best wishes, we also acknowledge the void your departure creates. You'll be missed, but your legacy will continue to inspire us. We sincerely wish you success and happiness on every step of your exciting path ahead. Jai Hind.
Now I would like to call upon none other but the man, very energetic, young, energetic community leader, FIA chairperson, Ankur Vaidya. Please give a big round of applause. Because of his guidance and his footsteps we are following.
Before I speak, amongst us is a very important person who has been an asset to us, and I would request him to speak and on this.
In the Ministry of External Affairs as the spokesperson, and for that we congratulate you, sir, and our best wishes. As diplomats, we are global nomads, moving from one place to another every 3 to 4 years. We know when we go to a place that we would have to move after a certain few years. You all know that we would move, but when that moment comes, it's never easy. And when the person who's moving happens to be your boss, with whom you work so closely, almost every hour of the day, the moment becomes even more emotional to you. And that is what I'm feeling at this point in time. But sir, you are also leaving behind very happy, very memorable memories for all of us here. Under your leadership, the Consulate, I am very confident when I say that we have been able to achieve new heights under your leadership. And friends, I remember my initial meeting with sir when I just joined the Consulate about 2 years back. I went to sir and I asked him, what is it that you would like me to focus on? What should be my priority as the Deputy Consul General here? And without a second thought, with absolute clarity, he said, our community engagement and our outreach to the diaspora here. Sir is somebody who recognizes the inherent strength that our community has in fostering our Indo-US partnership, be it the members from the business community, the entrepreneur committee, be it our professors, our students who are here, be it people who are very active in the cultural landscape, be it community organizations, be it friends from the media who are here with us. And for that, a lot of credit, rather all the credit, goes to CG. And in the last 2 to 3 years, we have had immense privilege of working very closely with all of you, and particularly with our brothers and sisters in New Jersey. Be it celebrating festivals, Diwali, Holi, Eid, Baisakhi with you all here, or be it everybody coming together in Unity March that we saw right here outside this hall. Be it yoga, cultural performances. We have members from the business community here. CG has been part of so many roundtables, so many economic conferences that we've had. He's been part of opening of so many of Indian offices, shops in this particular part of United States. And who can forget the 100th episode of Man Ki Baat, where we had about 500 members of the community at 2 in the morning. And that for me remains the most memorable part of my time here, and thanks to FIA and everybody who had joined to make that moment even more memorable and truly historic for all of us. That was on the community aspect. On the consular side, which you would perhaps better know as the visa, passports, and the OCI function that we do, that has been among the top priorities for our Consul General. To share with you all, every evening he takes a stock of how many applications came, how many were processed, how many are pending, and why is any application pending with us. It is in my phone, it is in Sir's phone, and this is a way for us to make sure that we have zero pendency. To give you an example, yesterday we had about 100 visa applications, we had about 150 OCI applications, we had about an equal number of passport applications, and many more such applications that came. And when I looked at the data today, there's absolutely no application that is pending with us. But this was not the case when Sir took over. There was huge pendency. We had COVID in the midst of us, but he made sure and he motivated us all that we work that extra hour, we come to the consulate over the weekends, and we dispose of all the applications that are there, so that our people, so that you don't have to face any hardships, any difficulties. But that's just one aspect. As many of the dignitaries have spoken, Sir has indeed opened the consulate. Now we work 7 days a week. Last Sunday it was Diwali. One of our dear friends here lost a family member. And one of our officers came at the time of Diwali Puja, forgetting what she had to do at home. But she was here for your service, and she was here because of the inspirational leadership of the Consul General, because of the priorities that he has set for us, that no matter what, it is our community, it is you all who come first. For that, sir, thank you so much for the leadership. And as they say, behind every successful man, there is a woman. So we have a better half of diplomacy here, Dr. Jaiswal. The reason that Sir has been there in almost all the events that are organized here is because we have the strength of pillar with him. Be it the family, be it the consulate family, be it the larger community family. Ma'am, she's always been there for us, she's been there for you all. And for that, thank you sincerely, ma'am. I know you are all waiting to hear our Honorable Consul General. So before I end, I would quote the 38th President of the United States, President Gerald Ford, who said, "Coming together is beginning, staying together is progress, but working together, that is success." And that is what we have seen in Sir. He brought everybody together, we've all worked together under his leadership. So that has been his success, that has been our success. And even when he leaves, we must make sure that that element that is brought in, bringing everybody of us together here, remains, and that we continue to march on that path of success. So with those words, thank you once again. We wish you all the best for your future endeavors, and we look forward to always having your leadership and guidance. Thank you.
An individual, a candidate who starts his career in what they call it, the IFS, the Indian Foreign Services. It's a striving and tough assignment to take on and make a career out, for which men and women, the proud sons and daughters of our country, embark on this very tough journey that you see IFS diplomats, which is a fancy word, but the IFS cadre goes on. They embark on this journey which could give them his life to. It is not a toast to a high seat, but a salute to the effort of a man who embarked on a journey selflessly to serve the motherland we all come from, and the motherland we all cherish in our hearts. Big round of applause for what Sir has done. And to all of the diplomats that are in the house, for what they do continuously for the motherland. CG Sir, in the 3-year tenure that we had, I recall him landing in 1 hour in the peak of pandemic, giving oath to the entire FIA team. Within 1 hour of him landing from India, I don't even think he was getting acclimated to what New York is going to throw at him. He then handled an unprecedented episode of the pandemic. I must say it was handled very efficiently, sir. For the last time to address the community as with the title of the Consul General of India, New York, Ma'am Randhir Jaiswal ji, also to welcome CG sir with this title for the last time on the same. Please stand up and put your hands together as we welcome our hero of the evening, the hero of our motherland, Shri Randhir Jaiswal ji. So we would request you to accept the Phul Ki Pankhadi on our behalf as a humble gesture on the great selfless work you have done for the community. It is for Abha ma'am, sir, more than it is for you, sir.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste to all of you. Chairperson of FIA, Mr. Ankur Vaidya, Honorable Mayor of Hemant Marathe ji, HR Shah ji, Sudhir Bhai, and all the distinguished members of the community. When I came here to the United States, I remember it was July of 2020. I was received and welcomed with great warmth by FIA, by community members, and several other organizations. In the last 3.5 years that I have been here, I have received excellent support from all of you in discharging my responsibilities, my functions. In fact, it was not a formal relationship that I have struck with all of you, but one that is common when you are part of a family. And that made my life, my work, and the consulate's responsibility that much more easier to carry forward. I never felt I was abroad, far away from India, but always with our family, with our community. This sort of unconditional support made my task easy, and I could not thank you enough, FIA, for this stupendous support. Community engagement and building a healthy relationship with the diaspora is an important part of our diplomatic representations across the world, and so is the case with the consulate. Over the last 3 years, we have been able to build a very healthy to and fro relationship, taking care of you, you taking care of us, and in the process, both of us, in a manner, leveraging this relationship for the betterment of India-US ties, building bridges between our two nations, so on and so forth. I have many things to say about our community. Many stories of achievements, of inspirations, of you being passionate about your culture, your tradition, your ethos. We just celebrated Chhath. Many people ask me, did you attend? I tell them that's the best Chhath that I've seen in anywhere in the world, including India. But what has amazed me, let me tell you, this is something, a personal story that I would like to share with you. What has amazed me most is the approach of the second generation Indian Americans. Their performance and success is exemplary. And whenever somebody is visiting from India, I tell them this story. I give this example to many of my friends. We have over 30 million people of Indian origin and diaspora across the world. All of you and our friends across the world have occupied the highest positions in government, as presidents, as prime ministers, as CEOs, as scientists, as Nobel laureates, and much more. And with the kind of values that you keep close to your hearts, I'm sure many more success awaits all of you and our community across the world. In the last 3 years, we've done so many collaborations, so many memorable events. But there are a few which stand out, and therefore I must make mention of them, because they have an impact, they have a value, they have a strong bearing on India-US ties. First, of course, was when I came here, it was COVID times. We collaborated with several of you, several of the organizations, with FIA in taking care and providing help and succor to those who needed. We ran the Vande Bharat mission. We dealt with students, with families, with people who needed medicine. And all that we were able to do because we had support from all of you, unconditional support from all of you. I must also make a mention that since May of 2020, the Indian Consulate in New York has been open all throughout, all 7 days a week. All 70 of us came to office each day physically. There were pressures on us, but I told them that if we want to do well for the community, we have to, raise the bar. We have to do whatever we have to do. I cannot give you an example of any other mission or any other consulate in New York City or across the world which had this sort of approach. Government side and the private sector side. So, years from now when I'm going to pen my thoughts, I will give that special space to my colleagues and my friends and the staff and the officers in the consulate for what they've done for the community. It was also August of 2020, I remember, when we flew the flag in Times Square for the first time. It was truly a memorable occasion for me, matter of great pride, which I shall cherish for all times to come. So thank you FIA and thank you Uncle for doing it. And then came 75 years of India's nation making. We celebrated it in style, from India Day Parade and Madison Avenue to many more things across New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, where all of you, the community members, came together to celebrate what India has achieved as a democracy over the last 75 years. And then mention was made of the celebration of 100th edition of Man Ki Baat. If tomorrow if you tell anybody that 2 o'clock in the night you have a house full or a hall full of audience packed to the brim, very intently listening to what the Prime Minister had to say on the 100th edition, we had the presence, honorable presence of the External Affairs Minister. That again is an event that really captured my attention and my heart. It made news all across India, and then again I would like to thank all of you for his support. And then finally, the historic visit of the Prime Minister to Washington DC and to New York in June. All of you came forward. 8,000 members of the Indian American community were invited to White House. It was not a general invitation. It was an invitation from White House. It was an invitation on the occasion of state visit of the Prime Minister, historic state visit of the Prime Minister. And it was an invitation from none other than the President of the United States himself. That speaks volumes about your contribution, how you're seen today, how you're recognized today, and that also tells your story of what lies in future for the community and for India-US ties. India is the 5th largest economy, is going on its way to become the 3rd largest economy. The journey ahead in the Amrit Kal as we speak in the next 25 years is going to be an exciting one. We count on the support of the diaspora to come forward, partner us in our progress and growth, and also to connect the next generation of Indian Americans, the young generation, for them to see value in what India has to offer. That is how we are going to prosper together, marching hand in hand. India, when I joined the Indian Foreign Service, I've said this before also, Indian economy was $400 billion or so 25 years ago. In the next 25 years, and this $400 billion in the 25 years that I have been in the service grew 9-folds. The next 25 years, easily on a similar trajectory, the Indian economy is going to grow 9-folds or 10-folds, whatever be the case. You can imagine the kind of opportunities that are there in India. We seek your partnership as we steer our growth and development. Thank you, Varun, for your very kind words. You gave a snapshot of what it looks like from the consulate outside, what has been our approach to the community, to doing the best for you. Ever since I came here, my approach was people's first. And this is my approach because this is the approach and directive from Government of India. This is the approach of the Prime Minister, that we have to serve the diaspora, India's interest to the best of ability, keeping people's first in mind. And that is how I steered the ship during my 3 years or 3.5 years in the consulate, and hopefully it will remain so. Hopefully it will become the new normal for the consulate to function. I hope I've been able to run the consulate in pursuance of this larger objective, and I met your standards. During the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, we ran programs celebrating languages, culture, diversity from across the country. We had programs focused on issues, accomplishments, traditions from north to south, from east to west, from the northeast to every nook and corner of the country. That was my approach, to have an inclusive embrace of the community here, to reach out to each and every member of the community, irrespective of where you came from. I hope I have been successful in that approach, and hope you would appreciate that. I wish to thank FIA on behalf of myself, the consulate, and my dear wife Abha, and all our community organizations who are present here, for your support, for your warmth, for your kindness, and for your friendship. Let it continue to flow. We are there to support you. Even as I leave the shores of the United States, I look forward to coming back and look forward to being in touch with all of you. ये तो भाषण की बात हो गई। एक बात मैं आपको और बताता हूँ। यहाँ से छोड़ के मैं तो जा रहा हूँ, लेकिन यहाँ एक बहुत बड़ा परिवार है, और जो परिवार के बीच में मिलना जुलना तो लगा रहता है, तो मिलना जुलना लगा रहेगा। बहुत बहुत
Let the sound just go on. How mesmerizing this hall is right now. Full of cheer, wishes, stories of success, stories of community. And it's all about and because of our very respected, esteemed Consul General of India, New York.
Good evening, everyone. I am assure you all that I am not going to take more than 5 minutes of your time. I am thankful to have been a part of this amazing, showing their appreciation towards our beloved Consulate General Randhir Jaiswal. CT sir, thank you for your service to our community, and congratulations on your well-deserved promotion. We pray that you rise and shine, continue with leaps and bounds. On behalf of FIA, we extend a big thank to DCG and consulate staff. On behalf of FIA, sincere gratitude to all of our sponsors and supporters, Anil Bansal, Dr. Avinash Gupta, Dr. H.R. Shah, Kenny Desai, Dr. Sudhir Parikh, and Sunil Pawar. And supporters Anurag Kumar, Deepak Shah, Dinesh Goswami, HSA PSS Divya Patel, Girish Soni, Gurjit Singh, Mohammad Faruqi, Phalvesha Lachiwala, Paresh Sudhar, Sanjeev Kumar, Samul Rawal, and Dr. Tejas Jaliwal. We would also like to show our appreciation towards the organization for their ongoing support, like BAPS, Vartadam Swaminarayan, HSAPSS, AARC, Ghana, Vajrana, FISANA, AICC, ICS of New Jersey, Bihana Foundation, USA, and World Beacon. Special thanks to our media partner, ITV and TV Asia. And thank you to Miraj, Kamal Arora Hospitality Group for arranging this beautiful venue and delicious food.
Thank you so much once again, ladies and gentlemen, for being so gracious and patient. And dinner is served. Please enjoy the rest of your evening.
We are in Mughal Ballroom in Edison, New Jersey, and everyone's heart is heavy and everyone's eyes are moist because we just bade a lovely and glorious and a wonderful farewell to the honorary and honorable Consulate General of New York, Shri Randhir Jaiswal ji, and his wife as well, Dr. Abha Jaiswal ji. And FIA has given a lovely tribute, and they have shunned to use the word farewell because it is like a family member, going to reaching another milestone, being part of Indian Foreign Services. He has done so much of work in his tenure from 2020 to 2023. Such a pleasure. Even for media, he has been very cordial, very respectable, a very widely read person, and a warm person at heart, a very compassionate person, Honorable Randhir Jaiswal ji. At Mughal Ballroom in Edison, New Jersey, in the heart of Oak Tree Road, and such a lovely time, and definitely our hearts are heavy and our eyes are moist, when CG Honorable Randhir Jaiswal ji was talking about his tenure, 3 years, literally I had tears in my eyes. And personally as well, I remember in 2020 we welcomed him in Akbar restaurant, and that was the first time we saw him from Mana TV International. And time flies, sir, literally, and it's 2023 November, and there's a gracious, glorious farewell to Honorable Consulate General of New York, Randhir Jaiswal ji. I'm overwhelmed as well, like everybody, and there's a festive occasion because there's not a farewell, actually, this is just a celebration of his future milestones, actually. So congratulations from the family of Mana TV International, sir. Myself and Ragini and Prakash ji are here. I am literally overwhelmed and out of words. So Ragini was asking us, and the question is posed to you, what are the kind of challenges you faced these 3 years? I know it has been very difficult, especially when you stepped into the tenure when it was a pandemic. So tell us about that.
So first of all, I would like to convey my deepest appreciation for all the viewers of Mana TV, for they happen to be members of the Indian American community, the members of our diaspora, for your uncensored support, for your wholehearted support to the consulate in carrying out our responsibilities. As far as challenges are concerned, I would say two. One, of course, COVID, the pandemic. It was a challenge not just for us, for the consulate, but for the entire world. But with determination, with holding each other's hand, we overcame the challenge, and now we are all, out of pandemic, and we are enjoying our togetherness. The second thing I would say is the India-US relationship. It is so vast, so expansive. It is said to be a relationship that covers or goes from the stars to the seas, or from the seas to the stars. So if that is the expansive world of India-US relationship that you are dealing with, obviously you have so much to do. There are opportunities, you have to work hard, you have to be committed. Whatever you do, it still falls short because there's so much to do. But we've received excellent support from the diaspora in our trade engagement, in our technology collaborations, in our investment partnership, in celebrating India's cultural ethos. When the Prime Minister made a historic visit to the United States, the diaspora was there in big numbers in the White House to celebrate
the state visit. So all these occasions will be cherished by me for many, many years to come. And the kind of support, overwhelming support that we received from the diaspora made the challenges, the two challenges that I highlighted. One was a challenge, the other was not so much challenge, but a challenge because it's such an expensive partnership was made easy. So thank you very much, Mana TV, for all that you're doing for the Indian American community.
Thank you, sir. Just one quick. I'm going to ask that. I'm going to mix it up. So, everyone is overwhelmed. There's music here, and people were very emotional. On that note, I just wanted to add a couple of questions. What is the secret behind the energy? We have seen a lot of people, a lot of CGs coming, a lot of others speaking, a lot of diplomats coming. But there is something, maybe I'll call it the X factor, something very different in you. Something, the work comes literally from the very core of your being, soul. I mean, we have, and everyone witnessed that you are a very unique personality and you have given relentless effort. So, give your favorite moments, as my friend Ragini said, and what is the secret of this lovely, sublime energy, and how did this kind of farewell in this moment make you feel this evening?
Well, when I'm dealing with the responsibilities as a Consul General here, as part of India-US agenda, it's very difficult to pinpoint one favorite moment, but I would like to tell you that receiving Prime Minister in New York, JFK Airport was one of my high points. Then, of course, flying or unfurling the tricolor on 15th August 2022, first time ever that it happened in Times Square, was another high point that I would like to highlight. And then, as diplomats, our function, to put it very simply, is to carry the message of India to the world. During my 3.5 years here, I got a chance to unveil statue of Mahatma Gandhi or a bust of Mahatma Gandhi, unveil a bust of Swami Vivekananda, and unveiled a statue of Rabindranath Tagore, and then participate or be part of celebration of Buddhist legacy, an exhibition Tree and Serpent at the Met Museum. You cannot, as a diplomat or as an Indian American or as an Indian, ask for more in your 3 years. So I think all these things have made my tenure really special, and I'm going to cherish these moments for a long, long time.
Wonderful, and such a lovely time with you. And your final word, any message to our Mana TV international audience?
Well, Mana TV is doing very well, connecting you with India, India with America. I would, through Mana TV, I would like to tell you that you have been fantastic. The audience has been fantastic, and we continue to seek your support in our mission that belongs to us, not just to me, but to everybody. Well, thank you, Mana TV International. You have been a great support to the Indian American community. You've been a great support to India-US friendship and relationship, and we will continue to move forward, holding each other's hand, your hand, our hand together as we progress. Thank you.
As if I have and everyone have given a lovely, glorious farewell to Randhir Jaiswal ji, we just heard the Deputy Consulate General of New York, Mr. Varun Jeff ji, who has given a lovely, emotional and a very articulate speech about how it was working with Randhir Jaiswal ji and his tenure, and how warm it was, and how much fun it was to work with him, and how much work went all these 3 years in his tenure. So in his words, we'll find out from Varun Jeff ji to our Mana TV International audience how you felt working with Randhir Jaiswal ji, and give us your words, not farewell, but excitement for his upcoming goals and endeavors.
Thank you. My warm greetings to the viewers of Mana TV International. Today we have gathered here in Oak Tree Road in Edison in New Jersey. This is the home of Indians away from India. And today we've gathered here to bid farewell to our very beloved Consul General. He is rightly called the People's Consul General. He brought the consulate to people, to the community, and he also opened the doors of the consulate for all people to come in, to reach out to us, tell their difficulties, hardships to us, and we would find the best way to help them. We have 10 states in our jurisdiction in the northeastern part of America, and he has made it a point that the consulate reaches to each and every person in these 10 states. It has been a true honor, a privilege working with the Honorable Consul General, Shri Randhir Jaiswal. I've known Sir from his days in Delhi, but it was a unique experience working with him here in New York. Under his leadership, we tried to do our best in all the fields of diplomacy that is the mandate of the consulate, be it the record number of economic commercial activities that we hosted, be it doing events with the community, cultural events, celebrating India at 75. We had the historic state visit of the Honorable Prime Minister, and we also hosted the 100th episode of Mann Ki Baat here in New Jersey with 500 members of the community at 2 a.m. in the morning. This is something that would not have been possible in any other part of the world, and perhaps very difficult had it not been for the leadership of Honorable Consul General. While we are here with heavy heart, we are also very excited about his new assignment in Delhi. He takes over now as the spokesperson of the Ministry of External Affairs, which means he is the face of the ministry. We'll of course get to see him every week as he addresses the press conference, as he lays down India's foreign policy for the world. And he would also be traveling with the Prime Minister whenever he visits New York, whenever he comes to United States. So in that role, we would see more and more of him, and we wish him, his family, the very best. We of course would look up for his guidance, for his advice throughout our career. But there's also a large family that is here that would remain in touch with him, and who also joins the consulate in wishing our Consul General the very best, and very best to his and his family today, tomorrow and forever. Thank you.
Almost 3.5 years back, I had the pleasure of meeting Randhir sir, Randhir Jaiswal ji, our Consul General of New York. And since then we have become, the entire community has become a big fan of Randhir ji for the work he has done. He has brought the consulate to the community in New York and New Jersey. Everybody looks forward to, he has been there for, I cannot even remember, so many festivals, so many occasions to support the Indian community, and he has always been there whenever we needed him. And he is going back to India. We will miss him. He had become an integral part of our life here in US. But that's the journey he will take now. He'll go to Delhi, and we will miss him, and we wish on behalf of the entire community all the best to Randhir sir. Thank you.
Shrujal Parikh, Joint Treasurer, Joint Secretary of Board of Trustees, Federation of Indian Associates. We are here today to celebrate the great tenure of Consul General of India, New York, Randhir Jaiswal ji. We work very closely for all the community service. He always there for us. And today we give him bid farewell with all community together in New Jersey. Thank you Manna TV International for supporting FIA and FIA activity. Jai Hind.
Namaste. I must say that New York posting for us has been super memorable. The FIA community has been part and parcel of our family here. For me, I think landing during COVID and seeing hoisting the flag at Times Square has been, I think, one of the most defining moments of my stay here. Also to see, to watch Mann Ki Baat at 2 o'clock night in New Jersey with Honorable Foreign Minister Dr. Shankar is something that will be etched in my memory forever. I thank FIA, I thank the Indian community, and I wish you all the very best. We hope to stay in touch forever. Thank you.
Hey everyone, we're here in Edison right now to give the Honorable Randhir Jaiswal, Consul General of India, a wonderful, gracious farewell. We are extremely proud of his work here in the tri-state area. He's been extremely beneficial to the residents in Edison Township that have reached out. Anything that we've needed, whether it be visas or passports or things like that, he's been extremely helpful. I've gotten to work with him on a number of occasions. I'm very thankful to his service, and I wish him the best in the future.